Hey everyone, it's Froggy, and today I'm going to be doing something completely different. I'm going to be doing a top 10 of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 1. But I'm not going to be doing it alone. This is a collaboration with my friend Risa. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Yay, okay. So we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to jump into this because I have no idea how long this is going to go on. So, number 10. Woo. Okay, my number 10 personally for Pokemon Gen 1 would be Dragonite because he is just so awesome but so doofy looking.
He's also as tall as a lighthouse, apparently.
He does, yeah. So he's really great. I loved him in that movie. Oh my god, that movie was awesome. But
Wait, wasn't that from an episode though, where he was like super tall?
I thought that
and
was
like
the
freaked out
movie.
Team Rocket?
Wasn't that the movie? No,
I don't think so.
Well,
Whatever.
Either way, we know what we're talking about. Totally.
Of course. We're Pokemon masters over here.
Oh yeah, totally. So what's your number 10?
My number 10 is Tauros.
Really?
Really.
That's awesome.
I don't know why. He's just super cute, and Ash had like a bazillion of them because that's the only thing he can catch, apparently.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that. I remember seeing that episode the one time, and then they took it down.
Yeah, and that was like, Gary and Ash were comparing the things, and Gary's like, look at all my Pokemon. Ash is like, look at mine. And someone's like,
Tauros.
those are mostly Tauros, Ash, so shut up. And you just go back home. Gary wins.
I do love Tauros, though. He was the first shiny Pokemon I ever had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was the first one that I ever caught, and I was like, yeah, and he was like green. I thought he was sick.
My first one was a Sandshrew, actually.
Oh, nice. Well, I mean, besides the Gyarados that everyone catches.
Well, he doesn't count.
No, he doesn't count.
So anyway, let's move on to number 9.
Woo! Okay. So my number 9 is actually Gloom. I know a lot of people. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like Gloom because he's like, well, she, whatever, is like drooling and stuff like that. But I don't know. They look so huggable and stuff, and I love that when you get like they get used to you and you guys become friends. He stops like smelling horrendous.
You do know that Gloom is on like the top 10 ugliest Pokemon list, right?
I don't care. He's so cute. I love him.
Well, to each their own, I suppose.
Yeah.
He does look kind of squishy.
I still think they're great. I mean, like, Oddish is awesome and super, super adorable, and Vileplume's alright, but, like, I don't know. Something about Gloom just makes me happy.
Well, that's all that matters, I guess, in the end. On the opposite spectrum of happy is my number 9, which is sad, because my number 9 is Cubone.
Oh, Cubone.
I know. I don't know why. It's so sad, and, like, everything associated with Cubone is terrible, and like looking at the Pokemon cards when they draw him all alone, or they'll draw like a mother and a child all happy and he's there all alone and sad. It really pulls on my heartstrings, and that's why he's my number 9, just because of how the Pokemon Company as a whole represents this poor sad Pokemon.
I know, he's just so cute.
He just needs to be hugged.
He does. Number 8. Ba-bum. Okay.
We need to add a sound effect.
I'm totally just gonna add that in just every time. So my number 8 is Golduck. I couldn't decide between putting Golduck or Psyduck on my list, but I went with Golduck in the end because he's so awesome and so cool, and he can swim so well.
And he's so full of himself, too.
Yeah. I love that one episode when Misty thought that her Psyduck finally evolved, and he's all like, eh, and like all over the ladies. Oh my God.
You just find out he's a big old pervert.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, God.
So what's yours?
My number 8, I put Jolteon.
Ooh.
I don't know. Gen 1 for me didn't have a whole lot of good electric Pokemon. But for some reason, Jolteon always stood out to me. And how fast and I don't know, it's very prickly looking, but at the same time it's super like cute looking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know. I just think it's like from a battle perspective, it's really good.
Yeah, oh for sure. I think most people, I mean, of the evolutions from the original gen, most people do prefer Jolteon, I've noticed.
Yeah, and it just he was the one I always picked, so that's why I put him as my number 8.
Can't say I blame you. Number 7. Ba-ba. Okay. So
I want the next Bubba.
What? You want the next one? Okay.
Bubba.
All right.
Yeah.
So my number 7 is Arcanine because I love Growlithe and he's super adorable. But I mean, if you choose Arcanine, you just can't go wrong. And as far as a fire type Pokemon, he's really, really great. Plus, he's a dog, so he's like super loyal.
And he's like super big and fluffy. You can like ride on his back.
Oh, I
Just,
would
like, wanna
love to do
sleep up
that.
against him.
Ever since I saw them doing that in the intro theme, I was like, I want to ride an Arcanine. I want an Arcanine just so I can ride him.
I would. That's why I'd have one too.
Mm-hmm.
So my number 7 is a Gyarados.
Ooh.
Speaking of shinies, I actually did chain fish my own shiny Magikarp when X and Y first came out.
Oh, nice.
I was very proud of doing that. But I mainly like Gyarados because I love dragons personally, and he very much looks the part of a dragon.
Mm.
And I mean, when you first get a Magikarp, you're like, oh my god, that's so absolutely terrible. And then he becomes like this big, bad A Pokemon.
It really feels like a rags to riches story with Magikarp and Gyarados.
It really is. And then they even gave him a Mega Evolution to where he gains like the dark typing. And as I found out in the new Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, he can finally learn Crunch. Like, oh my god, it's amazing.
How could he not have known that before? You
I don't
figured
know.
he would.
They limited him to bite. He can only bite you. Now he can crunch you and you will be dead.
Oh no.
So that's why he's my number 7.
Awesome. Number 6.
Ba-bum!
Woo! Okay, so my number 6 is Haunter. I just fell in love with his personality. He's just so weird.
From the show?
Yeah, I mean through the show, yeah. But I mean like even like in game, I find like when I'm playing with Haunter, I always find him to be like really strong and like a really good Pokemon for myself personally. I just really like using him a lot.
Mm-hmm. You know, he almost made it on my list.
Oh yeah?
I'd say he's probably like number 11, but that doesn't count for the top 10, so he's kind of kicked out.
Poor Haunter.
Yeah.
Well, at least he's getting some love on my side.
Well, there you go, I guess. My number 6 is actually Growlithe.
Oh.
As to opposed of your Arcanine. Because he is the puppy Pokemon. He's super small, loyal, and, you know, he helps Officer Jenny get the bad guys.
That's
it's like,
true.
how can you not love that little adorable ball of fur?
I know,
and I'm
so
like,
cute.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying he's cute.
Yeah, he's adorable, and I'm a total dog person, so that's why I loved Growlithe.
Fair enough, fair enough. So what are we on?
I think we're on number 5.
Okay, number 5.
Halfway there.
Woo! Okay. So my number 5 is Kingler. I don't really know why, but I always really liked Kingler. I guess I really liked his noise because he was like cookie cookie, and for some reason it just got to me.
He did make really good sounds.
Mm-hmm, he did, and I just love that, like, you know, like in the middle of like the battle in the Pokemon series, he just like evolved, and then, well, he didn't evolve. I mean, like, you know, anyways, he evolved into Kingler and just was like super awesome, untrained, and just like kicked butt, and he was like, yeah.
Yeah, if only someone else could be awesome. I'm untrained Charizard. But but yeah, you're right. I really did like the sounds he made.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually pretty cute for being a crab somehow.
Yeah, it was. I really like crabs. They're just, hi puppies, I hear you.
Oh, God. Speaking of dogs.
Yeah. So what about you?
Mine was Dragonair, actually.
Oh.
Well, I really do like Dragonite. Dragonair was always like my favorite because it looks so mythical and like pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And since there weren't that many like dragon types, I think they're like the only dragon ones in Gen 1, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like that evolutionary line.
Yeah. Although Charizard totally should have been one, but hey, you know.
It should have, but you know, that's what it really was. It was just so pretty and mythical, and it was just something that you like always wanted, and I loved it so much. And then it turned into a Dragonite. I was like, well, now it's a little bit less cool, but
Well, I
that's
don't
what you need a Dragonite.
Yeah, I mean,
But
like, it started off, like, it always looked really, like, dainty to me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in shiny form, because it's, like, all pink and pretty.
Isn't it
And
purple?
I'm I'm
Pink,
like,
purple.
a little colorblind, so it looks pink to me, so maybe it's purple.
Okay. It could be pink.
Pinky
I'll look it up
purple.
later.
I can't remember now. But either way, it was super adorable, and it looked even more feminine to me. But I liked it. Number 4.
Get done.
Okay, so my number 4 is Beedrill. Because Beedrill's freaking awesome. It's got drills for appendages. It's the most badass bug ever.
And he scared like every single trainer on the show. Everyone would just run for the hills like, oh my god, Beedrill!
Well, honestly, I don't really blame them. If a swarm of bees with drills for hands came after you, I'd be scared too.
Yeah, I guess that's what makes him so badass.
Yeah.
And he got a Mega, so he's like extra badass now.
For sure, for sure. No, he's super, super awesome, and honestly, that would be like one of the first Pokemon that I would want to get if Pokemon were real.
Okay, remind me to avoid you if you get Beedrill, okay? So I'll be like, yeah, no.
Face my Beedrill.
No, thank you.
Who even came up with that?
I don't know.
Let's make a bee with drills for hands. Ooh.
That sounds like nightmare-inducing nightmares.
Nightmare fuel right there.
All right, so my number 4 is Ponyta.
Ooh.
Because, I don't know, it was something I really liked when I was little. You know, all girls love, like, ponies and horses.
Yeah.
For some reason. But I always loved it, and I loved, like, how it was a fire type. And it was just, like, they had that big race episode, do you remember?
I do.
And at the end, Ponyta would evolve into Rapidash, and it was, like, this big thing. Well, I don't know, but I just, like, always loved Ponyta. It was super cute. It was a horse. It was on fire. You could ride it. It was just everything for me.
I'm surprised you're not going for Rapidash. I mean, most girls love unicorns. You figure.
Well, okay, yeah, you're right. You do figure that. But given the choice, I thought Ponyta was just a little bit cuter on my list. He
is pretty
got
cute.
The spot.
I mean, who wouldn't want to ride around on a fire horse pony? Pony. Yeah. I mean, that's awesome. Number 3. Ta-da!
You expected me to do it that time?
I don't know. You can get the next one.
Okay.
So my number 3 is actually Charizard.
Oh, I thought he'd be higher on this list.
Number 3 is pretty high, but I've got 2 others that I like a little bit more. Charizard is awesome. I mean, he's got like full attitude and full fire, and he's just all kinds of sass.
And he has 2 Mega Evolutions.
He does, but I like regular Charizard better a little bit. Little bit. I don't know. I mean, I like his Mega Evolutions, but I'm like, I like original Charizard.
He was also the sassiest of Pokemon.
He really was. He was all kinds of sass.
And yet he was so tiny.
I know. Oh, I loved Charmander. Charmander was the cutest thing either. Charmeleon I did not care for.
Yeah.
Nobody liked Charmeleon.
I'm sure somebody liked him.
I'm sorry if
us.
anybody out there likes Charmeleon. I just did not get it.
Nope.
Just saying it. But no, Charizard was it for me. He was great. And he's probably one of my absolute favorite fire Pokemon of all time.
He's not my absolute favorite fire Pokemon, but he is really up there. So my number 3 is Machamp.
Oh, wow. A fighting type.
I know. Go figure, right?
He's pretty awesome, though.
Well, actually, I didn't really like him at first. Okay. I kind of thought he was really not cool.
Oh.
Poor Machamp, I know. But recently, at my Pokemon League, we had a Disney-themed team, right? So we each made a team based on a Disney movie.
Okay.
And I did Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
So my Machamp was my Gaston for my team.
Oh.
And after making him, and, you know, if Gaston could have 4 arms, he would. So that's why I figured it'd work. And found out how awesome he actually was in battle. He really just, like, stuck with me. And he's, like, actually a permanent member of my team now. So I was like, I have a newfound respect for this Pokemon. As a kid, I hated it. But as an adult, I love him.
That's awesome. No, that's really cool. I mean, I'm glad that he's getting, like, a fair chance now.
Yeah. Well, he is a champ, so.
He is a champ. Number 2.
Ta-da!
So my number 2 is Raichu. I know everybody loves Pikachu because Pikachu's tiny and adorable and Ash's best friend and blah blah blah, but I always found Raichu to be so much cooler. He's like,
he really doesn't get enough love.
Yeah, he does not. He's like the coolest Electro-Rat ever. I mean, I don't know. Pikachu to me just doesn't compare.
Raichu's like far superior.
He is. Like, I mean, he's so much better. Like, he's got so much more, like, shock energy and all that stuff, and I just find him to be, like, so much stronger than Pikachu ever could be. I mean, okay, maybe Ash's Pikachu is, like, some weird exception, but I don't know. Raichu is just always, like, he is my favorite electric Pokemon. Absolute favorite. Just love him. And he's super cute to boot.
Mm-hmm.
Super cute.
So, my turn, yeah. I guess. I was like, how do I go now? So anyway, my number 2 is Nidoqueen.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, actually, Nidoking used to be my favorite.
Hmm.
Even though he is more superior than Nidoqueen, I hate to say it, he is better battle-wise. However, I always thought if I was a Pokemon, I would be a Nidoqueen. And that's why she's so high on my list.
You identify with her? That's
I
awesome.
identify with her because she's just so cool. She's got a good typing, poison ground.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, she's not as strong as Nidoking, rather. She's still really cool. And I don't know, I just think she's a lot better.
Mm. She is pretty awesome. I always thought that she was pretty neat. I don't know. She's probably like maybe like if I had to continue on my list, she'd probably be like maybe 14 or 15.
So she's pretty still up there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like you're right. She does have a really good typing, and I mean she looks badass.
Really does. You would definitely not want to pick a fight with Nidoqueen.
No, not at all. All right. So number 1. Woo!
I actually thought we'd have the same number 1 until you said your number 3.
Yeah. No. My number 1 is extremely random. My number 1's actually Meowth. I don't know
the talking variety or the regular variety?
Both. I love Team Rocket's Meowth. He's awesome. He talks and stuff. I mean, like, he was so driven to be able to talk that he even gave up like some of his like sets just so he could learn to talk and walk like a human. And I always thought that was really awesome. But at the same time, like, he's just like Meowth in itself, like, just it's not the strongest character. I don't like Persian at all. But for some reason, just Meowth always, like, I just found him super, super adorable.
He is really cute.
And little girl Meowth. Oh, she was so cute in the show. I don't know. Just something about Meowth. And I think it was more like just like after that episode, he seemed like a bleeding heart type to me. And I was like, oh my god, I just want to, like, hold you and be like, it's
They
okay.
wrote him really well.
They did. He's a really great character, and he just really, like, resonated with me, and I can't get past him. For me, he's my absolute favorite Pokemon out of every gen ever.
Mm-hmm. I always love the bond that he had with, like, Team Rocket in general. Yeah. I always think of that bottle cap episode.
Oh, I know. That was such a sweet episode.
It really was.
Poor James.
James was my favorite, but that's going to somewhere else. We'll have to do like a top 10 Pokemon character list or something.
Yeah.
From the show.
James is great. Well, from like the beginning, I don't really like it when he becomes more Team Rocket-y and actually becomes a bad guy. Mm-hmm. I like him more as the cross-dressing doof.
That's what he's known for. Mm. So my number 1, as I kind of revealed it earlier, is actually Charizard. He is my favorite. Whenever I play remakes of Gen 1 or anything, I always have to have a Charizard on my team. He was just like the original ultimate dragon that wasn't really a dragon.
Should have been a dragon.
Well, he should have been, and he is with one of his mega evolutions.
Yeah, which is
but
good.
He's all around a great Pokemon. You can change it too. He doesn't have to be a special attacker. He could be a regular attacker. So he's great in battle. Mm-hmm. He's just such a strong typing, and it's just like everything about him is so awesome and amazing, and I just like love Charizard. Every time I see him, I was like, I must have that Charizard.
Well, at least we had one of the same Pokemon on our lists.
Well, I don't know. We were kind of close with Growlithe and Arcanine.
Yep. And Dragonite, Dratini. No. Dragonair.
You're really close.
I was so close. I knew the line. I just forgot for a second. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'll forgive you this time.
Okay. So, now we've gone through our Gen 1 top 10s. Woo!
Woot!
That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I hope you guys thought it was a lot of fun. You should definitely go check out her channel if you haven't already. She is really, really awesome, right? You're awesome, right?
I am totally awesome sauce.
See, she says it herself. You've got to go check her out. So I'm going to be putting a link to her channel down below in the description box if you want to go and check her out. You definitely should. She plays Otome games as well, but a whole bunch of other stuff too, so you'll have a lot of fun there, I'm sure. Anyways, I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching this video. If you want to see more videos from me, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Bye!